among them Safaricom and others. You have done a great deal. We could not do this without your sponsorship. So thank you for this. Now, we are going to have a 3 days talk of exchange of ideas among the few things we have so far achieved, and possibly chart our way on some of the things we are going to achieve in these 3 things. We believe these things, whatever we chart and do, is timely, because the world seems to be looking for answers. And it's only humanity that can provide them. So we can provide answers through science, technology, and innovation, as we have put. You very well know, remind us, that Masina Muliro University of Science and Technology was started in the year 1972 by one of the old politicians that we honor in this nation, our politician by the name Masina Muliro. Him and other partners of like mind decided that they should have an institution in the western part of the country in the name of WECO. You can read it as WECO College, but it actually meant Western University of Science and Arts. Then this evolved over time into the, let me go fast forward to the year 2002, when it turned into WECO, Western University College, and later on Western College, Constituent College, University College of Moi University. And the year 2007, there was an act which passed in the parliament to properly institute this as a university. So it became the 7th university in the country, which focuses on science, research, and community engagement, mainly in engineering, mathematics, and in the recent times, the stakeholders have demanded medicine, there's education, biology, biotechnology, agriculture, among others. We are also proud to tell you that we are in the process of building an institution which will be called Dr. Atwoli International Labor and Leadership Institute. This is a unique institution that will have to be developed in this, because there's none other that has been developed in that way, with the aim of teaching people to champion workers' rights. So, as the name suggests, we have a vision. Our vision is the premier university in science, technology, and innovation. And our mission has been to provide, to reach this vision towards providing excellent university education, training, and research through integrating science, technology, and innovation into the quality programs that we develop to suit the needs of the dynamic world. And therefore, we believe if we promote science, technology, and innovation, it will go out not only to produce manpower, but to produce products that will see to it that the things to do with the economy of the country change, the social fabric, political as well. Now, in line with the theme of this university, as you may be aware, we are aiming at utilizing, or rather promoting, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to roll out, especially in schools, with the aim of promoting science, technology, and engineering, especially for teachers, parents, and students, and especially biased towards women, because we believe if we are equipped in science and technology and engineering, then we'll be able to develop this land faster than we have been doing. So we have been partnering institutions such as DAIE, that is Diversity Education Institute, to mentor and promote STEM among female students, especially in secondary schools within our locality. There's also the African Women in Science and Engineering, that AUSE. This is an organization which is all over Africa, and we have our own chapter called the MOST chapter. It has gone a long way in empowering young women, not only in STEM, but also in life skills. We believe that if we put on this effort, then they will go a long way towards bridging the knowledge gap and provide suitable solutions to changing the community at large. So, among the things we have achieved so far as a university, and especially with these partnerships, there are some achievements we have done either directly or indirectly. For example, the university is proud to host a big giga research. We have noticed in this side of the country, there are some community people who are challenged with the issue of gigas. So we believe to develop solutions towards that. I've mentioned the African Women Science and Education Outreach and Mentorship for girls in secondary schools. Then we also community outreaches. We sponsor some projects in school, the sanitary pads to girls. And during the pandemic, especially during the pandemic of COVID, there are proposals we are partnering to help in mentoring people in schools, and especially girls, in STEM education, gender parity in Kenya, and finally integrating pedagogy in teaching STEM. We want to equip teachers, we want to equip trainers in how they can teach STEM properly. Allow me to mention one project that's already going on, which has already done a baseline survey project in the 3 counties. These two are the preparedness of schools to integrate technology in teaching and learning of science subjects. So we already are moving on. Now, why this conference? This conference is put there such that, obviously you know why, that conferences are supposed to be a platform in which we scientists use to give out the outputs of what they are doing, so they can reach the partners, the stakeholders, so they can apply them in real life. So we hosted this just to share on some of the achievements we have already done. We believe one of the products of this conference will be papers that we publish in the referred journals. We may have policy briefs whereby we'll end up having decisions made. Also, we believe in having patents, copyrights, trademarks, and business startups which may be developed out of this. Apart from having the conferences, we are also still hoping that we'll continue with that culture we have started of forming more partners of like mind, who want to go out there and utilize science, technology, and innovation to solve issues that are challenging us in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wishing you a good 3 days time here. There are those who are, I would call them in diaspora. Welcome our friend from the USA. I can see you have logged in. Welcome. You will enjoy this. And for those who are here physically, please walk around and enjoy this place. I want to, before I get off, to inform you that the university is ongoing. This contrary to some media reports which are over there over the weekend that we had closed. No. We were only transforming our students from face-to-face to online. Remember, we are doing what you call a blended approach in teaching, or a hybrid, whereby our students come in class for 4 weeks. This class may need to give practicals, and then we'll allow them to go back to online platform to give them lectures before we call them back for examinations. So we were informing the public that the first years were now going to the online platform. That did not mean we are closing. The first years are around, they are enjoying our Wi-Fi, but our lecturers are meeting them on online platform. They are not meeting them on face-to-face directly. Then we wish to tell you that the second years, third years, and fourth years, they are already being taught online. Beginning next week, we are having the second year and third years in the compound to do the examinations, and this will be achieved face-to-face. Then we would also wish to tell you that we are going to graduate our students. We have slightly over 2,000 students whom we are preparing for graduation. This will be a virtual graduation. We will have all the certificate, diploma, and undergraduate and postgraduate students being graduated online. But the PhD students will be live here with us. And we'll be partnering not only our university, but even the constituent colleges, which include Turkana University of College, as well as Kaimosi Friend University College. So feel welcome again. Enjoy the conference. May God bless you. Karibuni Kenya. Thank you. So, welcome. You are ready? Again, I'm back. My other function was to welcome our chair, the chair of council, that is Madam Musangi Jen Mutua, whom you know, joined us beginning of this year, somewhere in March. She's been a leader at various fora, especially in regard with boards. She has been at Eldoret University, and then Wani. Her specialty is in human resource, so she's a leader there, and she does business, so she speaks from experience. I want her to share with us what she has at heart. Welcome. May we take this opportunity and welcome our leader. Could we welcome her with a clap?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Professor George Magoha, Chancellor Dr. Peter Wanyaga Mudoka, Host Governor, Kakamega County, His Excellency Wycliffe Oparanya, Chief Executive Officers of Partnering Institutions, Vice Chancellors of local partnering institutions, and all their representatives, participating researchers and scholars, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning once again. Good morning. I wish to take this special opportunity on behalf of the entire Council of Masinde Muliro University and Science and Technology to welcome you to this university and to this Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics Education International Conference 2020. We hope that your 3 days interaction will be enjoyable, but most importantly, productive. I commend the acting Vice Chancellor and his entire team for the meticulous organization and efforts put in to make sure that this conference takes off. This is most appreciated. In hosting such conferences, the university is stepping up to the role bestowed upon it of not only disseminating knowledge, but also of being a solution to the myriad changes we face as a society. Every day in the continent of Africa and the world at large, populations are in dire need of interventions that will improve their lives and turn around their situations for better. Governments and policymakers, therefore, continue and wait on researchers and scholars from universities and other like-minded institutions to offer solutions to the problems facing the world. Therefore, as this conference takes off today, my hope is that we shall go beyond the excellent presentations and actually turn many of them into implementable policies. Ladies and gentlemen, the current education sector in Kenya calls for learning institutions to reinvent themselves in order to adapt to the new normal brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. This therefore calls for us to reconfigure ourselves to reflect the realities of the day, especially in the delivery of teaching and learning. I'm glad to note that the overriding theme for this conference is integrating pedagogy and technology to ensure resilience, quality, equity, and sustainability. This gives us an opportunity to learn and embrace best practices, which may involve cultivating a positive mindset in our approach towards teaching and learning. In regard to STEM, as global dynamics and trends change, we come to the realization that STEM is evolving and is now not only limited to becoming technically skilled in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. It is also about integrating languages in the learning of STEM, realizing the nexus between STEM and entrepreneurship, integrating social sciences learning approaches into STEM education, as well as recognizing the roles which different entities like national and county governments, the private sector, industries, and development agencies play in STEM education. This therefore calls for concerted efforts by all stakeholders in order to realize positive change in as far as matters STEM are concerned. In response to the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, and in view of the fact that no one knows how long this pandemic will last, the Council of Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology is in the forefront in championing and urging for a major shift to online learning and teaching. Therefore, working with various institutions, we are striving to find technology-supported solutions which will help us achieve this goal. I am glad that institutions like the Higher Education Loans Board is working on a program of providing digital devices to students in universities. Such initiative, we believe, will truly enhance the content delivery. Even though we face a challenge in the online delivery, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics due to their practical nature, we hope that a forum such as this can provide workable solutions to remedy this. All learning institutions indeed need to reignite their teaching and learning approaches, spark thinking and creativity, enhance student engagement, and strengthen communication. This would make teaching and learning more effective, more relevant, and more enjoyable. We need to keep on finding ways to make the experience of our students on these platforms worthwhile and of quality standards. Let me also speak on the gender aspect as far as STEM is concerned. As per the introductory information provided concerning this conference, it has been mentioned that recent studies show that the number of female students enrolled in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics-related disciplines have been decreasing in the last 20 years, while the number of women resigning from technological job positions remains unacceptably high. This is a worrying trend. A number of factors may be advanced to explain this phenomenon, ranging from harsh working environments to domestic responsibilities made a preserve of women. I believe that we need to take deliberate actions to encourage girls and women to persist in STEM in order to bridge the gap. This mentorship role can be successfully played by women who are already in STEM and are attached to institutions such as Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology and other higher learning institutions. I am challenging each of the women in STEM participating in this conference today to make it their mission to nurture and mentor one girl each year. As I conclude, I hope that this conference will lead to generation and dissemination of actionable knowledge that will help us achieve the set out objectives. Let us move away from the proverbial practice of talk but not action and actually make a difference with the knowledge we acquire in this conference. Only then can we say that this 3 days conference has yielded fruits. With these remarks, I wish you all fruitful deliberations. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Am I welcoming the Chancellor?
That's why the moment we need to call.
Okay.
Immediately after the Chancellor, will it be the CS? Who will it?
It's not the CS, it's now the Vice Chancellor's Forum. Roundtable discussion by Vice Chancellors present, followed by the Permanent Secretary, then now